What? You thought I was gonna rap? It ain't even about that. It's about assessing the problems today and the perspective of Jay. Everybody talking, everybody got something to say. Every day. I just be going through beats and shit. Maybe looking for some little thing they hit. I don't really know. This ain't no motherfucking show. Corey Holcomb do that shit. I just do it a little bit. For God, though, I ain't really looking for no dough. Until these bitches get to being broke, I ain't really had to spoke or speak on that shit, see. These bitches really be tripping, G. But it's all about the money. Me and shit don't be funny. Going to the club, singing karaoke with some fucking love. Talking to a fuck nigga about another nigga that ain't really tripping off none of you niggas. Now, if we gon' do the YouTube thing, let my nuts hang. Tell them about Iraq and back. Tell them that they never could do that. Tell them to stop acting like they thank me for the service. Tell them to stop acting real nervous. You know you said some bullshit. You know you said that shit. Now let's go on forward and let's forgive everybody and shit. Hey, look. Anybody can turn the camera on and get to rapping and load it up to YouTube. From what I understand, in order to be a YouTuber, you have to be getting paid by YouTube. Like, it has to be your career. I'm just a man uploading videos, an ordinary man. It's not until you look at the extra shit that I did that you could say, oh, he's extraordinary. That's a compound word. Extraordinary, you got to do extra or else you'll be ordinary. Fake it till you make it does not work on this platform. And as I move into 2025, it's very, very specific demographics and people that I'm targeting. So we're not going to talk about if you excited, if you happy to be coming inside my ex. We're not going to talk about the CEO's guide to success. We're not going to talk about crochet locks or IT shit. We're not telling no jokes. We're not trying to be no comedian around this motherfucker. We don't want to be Kris Jenner or Kim Kardashian. James Frazier Jr., a.k.a. that nigga Jay, a.k.a. the Team Chaplain, a.k.a. the lyricist Jay Frazier, a.k.a. them kids' daddy, a.k.a. Maisha's husband, a.k.a. my baby daddy, whatever the fuck somebody done said while they sitting in their apartment house, low-income housing, slumlord living, wherever the fuck they at, or even if they in a mansion sitting on with they fat ass thumbs, it ain't got nothing to do with what they think. We got a targeted demographic of people who are really looking for God's will for their life, who have really accepted Jesus Christ as their Lord and personal Savior. They've really been born again. They're not judgmental. They don't care if I smoke. They don't care if I curse. They don't care none of that shit. They love the music. The music hits home. They like seeing me smiling. They give. They tell me, put the Cash App up so I know where to give. I'm in another state. They tell me where the clothing line is. I don't want to buy it for my son, but I can't tell my boyfriend because he be tripping off of who you are. They want to know where the Bible study comes from because they know I always keep one handy. They know things about me and they like things about me, so they watch. And they hit me up offline and tell me how much it helped. And I tell them how much they motivate me to keep going. And those people can access me through YouTube. Along the way, I pick up more followers and more fans and more people who just interested in the story because of the authenticity and transparency of it all. Because Hollywood, hip hop, the motion picture industry and the recording arts industries have not told the story of Black America, fathers, South Central, the East Coast, West Coast beef, Death Row, Ruthless Records, Eazy-E, Tupac, actors, comedians. Nobody has told the story the way I saw it. And I put it up in bits and pieces in different interviews along the way since I have come home from serving my country, my beloved America, in Operation Iraqi Freedom. And I listen to what people say about me, combat veterans, military, soldiers, PTSD, everything. And I can consolidate that information and distribute it to you guys on a platform that brings out the young combat veteran who's thinking about killing his or herself, so that they don't become one of the 22 a day. I want to inspire them. True believers in Christ they support my ministry. It's called a love offering. So what we have here is a young man who became an old man, and the world just kind of passed him by, and he's just now catching up. But the key component to this man's life is kids and their mothers. We got to make sure these motherfuckers get paid, because they're a part of the generational wealth. At least for me, my kids and their mothers don't know how important they are to the wealth building process. In hood terms, I need these bitches to be a little more successful than they've been. I need these bitches to make better choices than men. I need these bitches to be better at conflict resolution. I need these bitches to be better at communication. I need these bitches to be more honest and transparent about who they are and their own faults and flaws, because that's what's getting me from faith to faith, glory to glory, and giving God an opportunity to do his work in my life. In my weaknesses, his strengths are made perfect. That's why I ain't complaining about when I get child support papers in the mail, or when bitches is calling me the worst thing since Trump, or a parasite that was sucking the life out of her, and everybody's ignoring the fact that that man is the head of the family, and he's got to make sure that them kids, his family name, his legacy, he is going to do everything he can to make sure that multiple streams of income and different verticals are in place in his brand, so that if in fact the kids want to come behind their mama's back and go see their father, if in fact the baby mamas want to reconcile, if in fact anybody wants to do anything, he's simply prepared. If they want to get on OnlyFans and start and release a sex tape, I got the footage. If they want to start a segment on my platform about relationships, I set it up. If they want to get on get into music and make songs together, we can do that too. But I control the business side. I control the paperwork. I control what happens with my brand. Here's where we at on YouTube, y'all. We got a couple of things to talk about. And first up is the entertainment industry. What in the hell is going on with the entertainment industry? Movies and music. Hollywood actors went on a strike at a time when I was going through film school. Y'all should have seen these professors try to make that shit make sense to these youngsters who just want to make movies. I was the only black guy, again, just like in the military, and I'm twice everybody's age. And these professors got to try to rationalize and put a curriculum together for these kids and tell them that it's going to be okay. And actresses and actors are openly talking about how underpaid they are. They're on strike, and AI and streaming is disrupting everything. So they're giving deals to the elite. A select few can work. Everybody else is left scrambling. The independent filmmaker, it just got double hard. The small business owner, a lot of these components that keep America afloat financially, they took a hit over something called COVID-19. I didn't know. I had to do the research on what a pandemic was. I had to do these vaccines that they're no longer mandatory. And in school, this was happening. I had a daughter graduate in 2020, had her whole senior year wiped out because of a pandemic and vaccinations and a bunch of stuff that she didn't understand. But she came to live with her dad. She went to West LA College, got an associate arts degree, and she transferred to Cal State Long Beach, and she's going for a bachelor's. She graduates this year. I sacrificed a lot to make sure she got back and forth to school her whole life. As we go forward, I'll be paying child support. Half of my 100% disability check, half of it is going to go to those 4 kids who should have been around their father for 8 years. We are in a political year, and the entertainment industry decided to voice their political opinion. And some of my favorite celebrities lost me as a fan, and some of y'all's favorite celebrities lost me as a potential fan, because I'll be goddamn if body yada 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 got anything to do with what I consider to be a qualification for a presidential candidate. Having a concert and spending $15 million for Beyonce to speak 3 minutes, when my goal, my personal prayer for my net worth on that vision board right there is 49 million. And I'm willing to work the rest of my life to get that 49 million. And this woman went up there and got 15 for 3.5 minutes of talking about some shit I didn't even believe. Disheartening. Ever since I came home from that war, my people I had a lot of hope when I came home because I had handled my shit for myself. I was really proud. I had a lot of hope for me and my people because of what I was now able to contribute to the different causes, including my own. I have zero hope for my people now. And it has everything to do with my mother, my father, and my wife. The churches I was in. The people that was in my DMs, the people coming up in my memories, the people coming up in my comments. It has nothing to do with I lost all hope. Luckily for me, as a veteran, I don't have to worry about a zodiac sign. I don't have to worry about who going to no concerts. I don't have to worry about singing karaoke. I can actually downgrade my life when I get the child support paperwork and say this sentence: take care of them damn kids. Is the bitch finally happy? Is co-parenting, is fatherless children, do it ever come up? Or are we just talking about how much them kids is worth? Because if we talking about how much them kids is worth, the baby Billy is worth $800 something a month. The two twins are worth $300 and something a month. Joshua James, the boy, the oldest, is worth the least $200 and something a month. That's what her and the system decided. The entertainment industry, apparently Tyrese and the woman that's going after him, oh my God. There are some people that I didn't talk, that I know personally, that'll be like, oh yeah, that bitch, I had to go. There's a lot of people who don't know that when they open their mouth, they push people away. I understand when I open my mouth, I'm going to push people away. I'm looking for the givers, and the people that I push away, I just don't want them talking to me. I push them away because I don't want to tell them to their face that I think their mamas and daddies made mistakes by keeping them. I thought they should have been aborted in 75. I don't even think they should be here. I think they crackhead ass mama and they crackhead ass daddy she should have swallowed it. But these people are 45, 50, 49, 50 years old now. And I left a lot of them behind in junior high. Mentally, I used to catch the bus to K-Day, 1580 K-Day, and I used to want to be like Russ Parr. And then when I got to high school, I gave up on wanting to be a rapper or an athlete, and I wanted to have a family. And I spent my time looking for women who love me, and I would leave my neighborhood and go to the suburbs and mess with the privileged black girls and the white girls and make all the other girls who lived in the suburbs. But first topic up is comedy, y'all. The first topic up is comedy, and it's mostly because of these fake book funny motherfuckers. I met a lot of unfunny motherfuckers through that woman I married, her included. They love, laugh. They will make a joke and laugh and hit that damn laugh emoji about anything. And I'm a soldier, man. Ain't none of this shit funny to me. We've been fucked up since the 90s and the 80s and shit, man. This shit, the problem is that we be joking too motherfucking much, to me. Because the time you spend ignoring what's really wrong and what you really did and holding yourself accountable, and you joking, smoking, drinking, Don Julio, karaoke, Catalina, Vegas, and all that shit, that's a whole nother day, a whole nother 5 minutes. Some kids can't pick up that same phone you taking lash pictures with and call their father. And it's just a priority thing for me. But with comedy, there's some things, since everybody's talking about who's stealing jokes and shit. I mean, shit, everybody talking about who's stealing jokes. I don't even, said the entertainer a joke stealer is Steve Harvey. What, did y'all hear what Mark Curry said about Steve Harvey? I got Steve Harvey suits in my motherfucking closet. Steve Harvey's brand got thousands of my dollars, and I was a homeless veteran trying to look up to this dude. If he's not what he says, what he has presented himself to be, then I'm no longer a fan. If his woman is controlling every move he make, and his woman is the type of woman that I try to purposely stay away from, I don't believe they about God. I don't believe they about black people. I don't believe them. Comics, I just don't believe them. So I want to see a battle. I want to see a comedy battle. And I don't care. It's not pitting nobody against each other. But since we talking about comics and famous comics and legendary comics and goats and comedians and laughter and all of that, I want to see Cat Williams versus Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart, and Faison Love. Because Cat say he the GOAT. Ain't nobody did this, ain't nobody did that. I want to say, okay then. I want Cat, Steve, Kevin, and Faison to do a tour. And we want to see the jokes on the same stages, in front of the same crowds, on the same night. And we want to let the people decide. It's the internet age. Just y'all, all these guys got more money than me, and ain't none of them. I don't expect none of these guys to say download this man's music or I like gospel rap or none of that stuff. But I want to see Cat, Steve, Kevin, and Faison on the same card, on the same show, and in that same night. See, this is how I propose we pull this off. A comedy festival. We take up a whole 2-3 days, a comedy festival. And yes, it is an all-out battle to see who got the best jokes. Now, here's who else I want to see. I want to see Corey Holcomb versus Earthquake and Aries Spears. Jokes. Same night. So the first night, we got Cat, Steve, Kevin, Faison. The second night, we got Corey, Earthquake, Aries Spears, D-Ray Davis, and Michael Blackson. That's what I want to see. The third night, I want to see DC Young Fly, Carlos Miller, Chico Bean, and that kid. I want to see Jess Hilarious, and I want to see Country Wayne. That's what I want to see on the third night, and then we want to let the people talk. We can find out who the best comic is and who be stealing whose jokes if we put them all on the same card on the same night and let the people decide. But it looked like a lot of them is scared to tour together because they know they not funny. Next up, in entertainment, are reunions. Rap groups from the 90s who broke up, still alive, still well, getting millions, but didn't get back together. The Dog Pound finally released the second album. They planning a tour, but it doesn't look nationwide. It looks regional. It looks like it's a couple of stops on the West Coast, but from what I hear, my intel tells me there's a lot of stuff cooking and coming down the pipe. It was disheartening to me to see Daz Dillinger post something about Big A that implies that Big A was the odd man out. Death Row does not, as an entity from the top, from the boss dog on down, it don't look like Death Row really support Rich and Ruthless too much. But I know the fellas get along as men. There's no real beef. But for some reason, they gotta wait. Hasn't happened yet. I wanted to see some collaborations that have not happened yet, but the ones that I have seen, Eastsiders, Dog Pound, bringing back Daddy Boy, bringing back, making sure RBX gets some shine. Yeah, Boss Dog, self-proclaimed Team Chaplain to Death Row is happy. Let's move on. What's up with the Dog Pound? Get him on tour. Cool. Now we can switch to Rich and Ruthless. So I got my own internal mission as the Team Chaplain of Rich and Ruthless Records. In reference to these groups, I watched the Willie D podcast, and I keep waiting for a Ghetto Boys reunion with Scarface. Because Willie D is out there and he gives some good advice. He talk about what black people need to do and how we need to do and what we need to do. And I'm sitting here saying, okay, so since we need to do all of that, I know you and Willie D both some $1 million motherfuckers, and y'all's fans we want to see y'all get back together. Y'all gonna handle that? Because if y'all not gonna handle that up at the top, why y'all gonna ask us to unite down here at the bottom? Y'all got more than us. Y'all already made it. If y'all ain't gonna get along, why would you ask us to? Another reunion that came up in my algorithm on the YouTube thing and on the internet thing was Cash Money. I'm not from down south. I know they all got more money than me, and it looked like there's some serious unresolved trauma between the Hot Boys. They had a couple of songs. I love the music. I could never relate to the down south culture because I'm attracted to the strippers. I'm attracted to all that ass, the titties, that good cooking, and how them women be loving on the men down there. But I don't know nothing about the gay culture down south. I don't know nothing about too much of the racism that goes on down south. I don't know. I just know that I would really like to see a real hot boy reunion in the industry, like albums, tours, documentaries coming out of the camp. I wanted the camps to reunite. That brings me to the executives. Death Row Records, Bad Boy Records, So Def, Cash Money, No Limit, the executives. Suge Knight, Sean Combs, Jermaine Dupri, Rap-A-Lot, Jay Prince, Baby, Master P, all men that Young James, when those two men were alive, Young James idolized all of them. Suge, Jay Prince, Sean Combs, Jermaine Dupri, Slim and Baby, Master P. I looked at those men and said, yo, I want that. I didn't know nothing about no publishing. I didn't know who Jimmy Iovine was. I didn't know who Leor Cohen was. I didn't know I knew who Rick Rubin was because of Run DMC, and my love for them. But these white guys who were cutting the checks, I had no idea. We could put Dr. Dre on that list. We fast forward to 2024, and now we talking about freak offs, baby oil, human trafficking, pedophilia, and underage girls. Hey, the gospel rap nigga is broke. I want y'all to keep in mind that song Brokey that Lotto got out, that popular song that all the women talking about up there in the entertainment industry and got all the broke bitches in the club singing. That song is talking about me. I'm the broke nigga she talking about. I don't fuck with underage girls. I don't traffic humans. The youngest girl I ever fucked with was 17, and I made her wait till she was 18 to get the dick. You know what's weird and funny about that young lady? She was more mature than my wife, who was twice her age, and she wasn't a virgin, but she was real sexually promiscuous, and she chose me to teach her all the tricks that she know. Then she promptly went out and put that pussy on the block, had 3 kids, moved out of the city. Now she live in Kansas City. Got a white boy. I used to tell her when she was 18, 19, 25-year-old version of you ain't gonna even want nothing like me. And as soon as I put her on the spot, I said, okay, Maisha, go on. Come on, let me put these babies up in you. She couldn't say nothing. She had to just leave. You don't believe me? Look. That young lady who swore her love to me, used to live with me. She left a letter. The entertainment industry is indicative of what I lived. The people I came home from Iraq with, they wanted them niggas that Maisha knows. They want to be like Puffy. They want to be like Jay-Z. The bitches that Maisha fuck with, they want to be like Beyonce. They want to be like Kris Jenner. They want to be like Kim Kardashian. I guess I want to be, if I want to be like somebody, it's Kobe Bryant, Eazy-E, and Tupac Shakur, Run DMC, Eric B. and Rakim, right there. If I want to be like anybody, think I'm satisfied with me. I think I have yet to fulfill God's will for my life. And I think that a $49 million net worth is more than reasonable, considering Kamala Harris gave Beyonce $15 million and gave Megan Thee Stallion $5 million. I'm offended, but I'm also offended by my own wife and my own mother and my own father. I'm also offended by them church folks that y'all will see hollering and screaming on my YouTube channel, clapping and shit. If y'all would have been there when the cameras was off and these people was talking this shit they was talking, y'all understand a little bit more about the zero tolerance policy. But we move on to the gangs and their influence on entertainment. Crips and Bloods, GDs and BDs, 18 Streets, 13, Aryan Brotherhood, and private prison systems, and how guys like Vlad TV and Adam 22 cut minimal checks to collect maximum profit, and they don't have no talent. They got to go into the hood and talk to guys who have the talent or know the talent. Now, there's nothing about a Russian immigrant from Berkeley who only got his entrance into hip hop by being a mixtape DJ that gets it don't get my attention. It's the guests that he has, and every time he starts talking, I fast forward through him and I just go through the parts where the guests talk. But he has some good guests. I was hoping that the West Coast artists that affiliate with Death Row and Ruthless would stop doing interviews with him and letting him be a culture vulture. He was fitting the description that Dame Dash was talking about. So, Russian immigrant from Berkeley talking about he solved Tupac's murder to a guy from South Central LA in the 90s. It was offensive. And I was hoping that he would actually try to make it right, because Daz Dillinger and Little Easy made an album together. He interviewed them both individually and monetized and capitalized off their trauma and their bullshit. But when they got the album out, he didn't invite them back to promote their album, their joint album, The Legacy. That was a great album, by the way. So what he presents it goes against, it's off-brand for me. Adam 22, same thing. An atheist, porn star, skateboarder, tattoo dude that shares his wife, that's off-brand for me. And the $1 million black people that fuck with these two guys is disheartening, because I got a production company that I'm building from scratch off of fixed income because of 100% disability off of time volunteering in Iraq. There's never been an industry entity that has come and believed in it. Then there's never been a down-ass wife or a black woman that's believed in it without having to remove themselves. So, entertainment and its influence by gangs. The young kid PNB Rock goes in a neighborhood that I grew up in, and everybody is saying things are being said by people to the effect of, people in their neighborhood don't even go there. Look, if you're gang affiliated, or you have family who are gang affiliated, you have to watch your back in that Roscoe's. That Roscoe's is packed all the time. Old people coming from church, Latinos. That is not a bad Roscoe's to go to, but because of where it is located, if you're affiliated or look like you could be vulnerable, there are vultures in that vicinity. But you can definitely have that happen anywhere. The Roscoe's on Pico, it could happen over there too. LA is the home of the land of the Crips and the Bloods. And if you online, what they call it, flossing, and if you talking shit to people who be in the comments, and you happen to be out there and people find out, yeah, you might it's possible you could make yourself a target in my city. But I'm mindful of that even in San Bernardino. I'm in San Bernardino rolling around, top down, sporting some shit that's sparkling, bumping music, smoking weed. I understand in San Bernardino that there's some vultures. I don't sleep on the IE at all. Now, bum bitches making threats online, I kind of call them out on their bullshit. But the real gangsters, I was raised to acknowledge them for their gangsterisms. Now, guys like Quando Rondo, PNB Rock, the guys that come out here and find this drama and issues with Los Angeles gangs as rappers, they have these issues in their own home cities, and they have girlfriends and families. Now, if I guess they say that they high on that dopamine, and I just happen to believe that these guys are young and immature. I used to have to catch the bus at that exact intersection where Roscoe's is at on 80 on Main in Manchester. That's the 115 bus line. I used to have to catch it to Western and catch the 207. That's the 207, yeah, and the 357 down Western. Later they get the express bus, but that was 5th and 6th grade. I've always known that when you in A-Tray Gangsta Crip neighborhood, you respect them neighborhood A-Trays. And you could get some, if you selling dope over there, the crackheads will give you some free head, but who wants to do that? I understand that they're in the closet gay gangsters. Some of these guys be fucking and sucking on their homeboys. I understand all of the politics and the stuff that goes with coming from there. So it didn't surprise me when these things happened. It surprised me at the surprise. So I said it in an interview with Dusty Vision. The young men got to get their shit together. My baby mamas don't have no everyday problem. I'm not over there hiding in bushes and stalking bitches like Maisha said I was doing with her daughter, because I actually have to pray, protect, and provide for her. And that's the same thing with the other 4 women I got kids with. I love them. My legacy is not complete in fulfilling its destiny unless they doing well too. And if this was Old Testament times, truth be told, I'd marry all 5 of them. But they don't like. I got kids with women who still struggling with their sexuality. They don't know if they like girls yet. I got a kid in Washington with a girl who's open about herself being bisexual, unless she switched back. I don't know. But I let the women fulfill their maturation process. Just because she's 45 or 50 doesn't mean she's not immature and thinking like a 16 or 17-year-old. And it happens in hip hop. Just because she's 17 or 18 don't mean she's not ready to jump on this dick in the backseat of my truck and let me nut all up in her and put my dick all in her mouth. As long as she's legal. And for me, I upped it. She got to be 21. She can't even be 18 for me, because of what I learned fucking with an 18-year-old. But the 18-year-old did the same thing the 40-year-old did. Block button, jump on some new dick, make some more babies. The 40-something-year-old is now 50. She was 35 when I met her. She's now 50. Grandma. So, entertainment, hip-hop, the influence of social media. They watch, they put that shit on their phones, they process it in their mind a certain way. And entertainers, rappers, control how these women live, how these men live, and what they thinking and doing, and likes and views and algorithms and all of that. Me, Anna Grant, that woman lived long enough to see me start a family, put them in a house, go to the church, get in the ministry. She was so satisfied with me, and I thought I fulfilled my purpose. I have to come outside and use YouTube streets and in real life to generate income, to take care of my kids and their mothers. Very, very simple. That's why the demographic for me, if we're in the industry and we're talking entertainment, all that bullshit I just talked about, freak offs and Jay-Z possibly betraying his friend D-Haven and taking his life, and Beyonce being a witch, or Jaguar Wright putting everybody on blast, or Usher having herpes, and Keke Palmer stripping and putting her baby daddy on blast at the concert, making him look, embarrassing him at the concert. All this shit in entertainment, I don't have nothing to do with that. I'm looking for a specific group of people who have deep pockets, who will just give so I can continue what I got going on, because it's God's will that I set this lifestyle up for myself and my kids, and the kids can't be great without their mothers being great, and they need me. I love them. I love them. I'm very interested to see what the comments will say about that. Who want to brag about with nothing? Nigga, you nothing in her for a reason. Nigga, I need you niggas to keep these bitches happy and qualified while I generate these millions so I can have my family legacy intact. I need these bitches occupied singing karaoke, laughy, jokey, because they don't love me. In the meantime, I find women who love me. They love my dick. They love my head game. They love that I stay hard after busting a nut. They love that it's 9.5 inches. They love that I don't need no pills like Shannon Sharp. They love this shit. And they white, black, Latina, Asian, and Filipino women, Lord. But, you know, I got this total package thing going on. Anyway, entertainment business. That's the lyricist Jay Frazier, the Rich and Ruthless Records Team Chaplain. That's the gospel rap guy that Arnold Big A White came and grabbed in, brought into the fold. The Rich and Ruthless family is cool, accepted, got a song with Baby Easy, praying for Little Easy, that's the face of the franchise, praying for the girls, Erica and Sharon, and then they got the Latino connection, and they represent, and they in the industry going strong. Follow the guys that are associated with the double R. Rich and Ruthless, baby, when it comes to the industry shit, but got mad love for Dog Pound and the Death Row entity. The fans will see it as Dog Pound signing with Death Row. I look at the Dog Pound as their own entity, following in the image of Death Row. They just got to get some business stuff together, and then the fellas, Daz and Corrupt, will decide what they want to do with their brand. Daz got kids, Corrupt got a wife and grandkids. So I'm praying for the fellas as men. On the other side with me, yeah, we got to do this documentary. So yeah, I'm in the entertainment industry. I'm involved, but Lil Wayne, Quando, Rondo, these guys are the guys that the people support, not me. I look for a very small, like Jesus changed the life with 12 guys that didn't really know what they was doing. I'm going to change my life and the lives of people that I love with the help of people like y'all who just give love offerings, and I take those love offerings and I produce product, and when y'all need something and y'all need my support, I reciprocate that energy. Now, what I believe has happened here with the entertainment industry, hip hop specifically, is that they have tarnished the legacies of these two men right here. Yeah, those two men wanted to see their friends do well and make millions and make an imprint, and they were both murdered. And there's still some controversy behind the death of Eric Wright, but most people believe that it was not AIDS. Most people that I talk to, most people in the streets, and his friends and his family members and his kids are alive, and some of them are in the industry, and they trying to get millions, and some very influential people with some very deep pockets. All they had to do was cut a check, and they didn't. So I believe the legacies of two of my favorite men are tarnished. I also believe that the legacy of Kobe Bryant is tarnished. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So this is hurtful. These are hurtful things, much like the stuff that Maisha Frazier said online, much like the stuff Simone Brumell said, or the stuff Katrina Fincher said, or the stuff my own mother even said. It's hurtful. These are hurtful things. But after you get over it and you bounce back, you realize that it didn't do nothing but steal my hope. Now I have no hope for the black family because of Maisha. And my mother. I have no hope for the black church because of Maisha and her friends. I have no hope for nobody but me and my kids. And I'm looking for the love. I'm looking for the women who love me. I'm looking for the men who are of a like mind. And I'm leaving the door open in this apartment for them kids to get to their father. Here in YouTube, it's a very authentic energy. We don't do the trolling. We don't want nobody to know what we thinking about them unless it's a positive and a giving thought. We're not immature over here. We don't do no real immature shit. We're very, very mature. In comics, if you call yourself a comedian and you come onto this platform, you better be getting paid for your jokes. I better be able to go to your page and see you putting it up at open mic nights, on the grind, on the comedy circuit, on the hitting the chilling circuit. I better see your peoples out supporting you at said comedy nights. And okay, and you better be working on a special. And you better have a website up and some merch. You better have it going. You better not be no womanhood brand out of South Central LA ass nigga trying to fuck niggas' wives and make bitches laugh that you didn't been trying to fuck since junior high school. Fuck ass nigga. You get insulted over here and laughed at, by the way. So After tarnishing Pac and Eazy's legacy, what did it have for Young James? What was Young James to do with podcasts? And I was looking in the entertainment industry, and all of a sudden, fraternities and zodiac signs. If these motherfuckers went to college and they joined a frat, oh, they frat, or they fraternity, or they sorority. Hey, they people struggling, same people fucking around talking about we need help. I'm sitting here looking at black colleges and black fraternities and sororities like, I know y'all gonna come help all these bitches that's trashing niggas. I know the feminist movement, the gay movement, the black colleges, the fraternities, I know y'all gonna come and help all these suffering ass bitches that was throwing me under the bus and dragging my name through the mud because I can't slap the fuck out. What are y'all gonna do? The fraternities are talking the most about how big and bad and important and critical it is. And I beat homelessness twice and no fraternities gave a fuck. I'm dropping out of school and shit. When the LA riots was hitting, didn't no fraternities give a fuck. You gotta meet their qualifications. They got these little haze and shit. Video broke. There's some niggas doing some real questionable shit sexually with each other. And I'm sitting there looking like, man, for me, it boils down to them kids and their mothers. Them 5 women I got them kids with. I'm like, boy, I need to get a big enough house and do everything I can to get my baby mamas to be bisexual and come with me, because I want to escape all this shit. That obviously is an impossibility, but what about the zodiac sign? Are the Democrats who don't like the women and everybody that don't like Donald Trump, did y'all go in y'all zodiacs? Did y'all see what zodiac sign he is and blame your peoples or treat your peoples the same way? That's the same zodiac sign. Is this an even field, or do y'all judge everybody on the same accord? What type of grading curve y'all got on these judgments y'all be putting on people based on zodiac signs? This nigga, Maisha Harris, is karaoke partner. This ugly motherfucker's an Aquarius and a proud one. Because of that, I'm a water sign. I'm a Pisces because of that nigga and this broad named Shatera Young, who calls herself shitty. Oh, Lord have mercy. It's embarrassing. This shit is embarrassing to talk about, but this is what I experienced in my real life. Not generational wealth, prosperity, God, family, love, money, none of that shit. It was all this bullshit. So I will never claim Pisces, and I will never claim a water sign, because it do small groups of people fuck up the shit for everything. So as we move into 2024, here's what the podcast if you want to call it a podcast, here's what the platform is about, y'all. 30, 40, 45 minutes of the Team Chaplain doing a podcast about all the podcasts I didn't see. That'll probably be the next topic specifically. Let's bring up the podcast, but just report cards about what I've seen in my individual life about the things that I love most. Now, after we get through all the hurt, we could talk about the good stuff. We got to talk about the fact that I made it to the point I got to that's halfway successful and decent and fulfilling God's will for my life. I did that in spite of black women, not because of black women. There's a handful of black women amongst the thousands that pledge they love for me. It's about 4 or 5. And then there's a bunch of women who are not black, who love the dick, who love my deep voice, who love the father I am. And I'm so grateful for those women, because they just give. When I go out on a date, it ain't no matter who paying. She loves me. She'll pay if she want to. If not, I normally pay, but there are times where she be like, hold on, baby, I got this. And that's multiple different women, because I live the life of a bachelor. I'm just still legally married to a broad who obviously is just now realizing, wait a minute, I married a man I don't even know. There might be some things I don't know about him. Let me just get child support and see what happens. Right back with the broke bitches looking for some money. But I did set up a contingency plan in place to where her and her daughters and my kids, our kids together, are all my dependents at the Veterans Affairs, the Veterans Administration. She come through me. We can get some programs in place for veterans' wives, the Veterans Business Owners Association. That's why they're giving these loans to veterans' wives and small and minority and women. But her affiliation has to be through her veteran husband. So won't nobody give her this advice, because she come from a crab in a bucket theory. My personal life is very, very different. I told y'all, Lotto talking about me in that song, Brokey. So y'all, go ahead And like and subscribe as you will. I'll decide how I feel about that later, because y'all see the goddamn subscribe button. Y'all see the goddamn like, thumbs up shit. And I'll give you get free will just like God gave me. I don't want to solicit to y'all anything or beg y'all for anything, because I've had people just give me money because out of love. Real true believers in Christ who understand love offerings and ministries, they give me money for my talent. And that's what I look for in the industry. That's what I look for in social media land. That's what I look for, the algorithm I look for in YouTube. Prosperous people who have more than enough money to just take that more than enough and give it to me. And I'm going to read because they love me. Now that I know those people exist, those are the ones I target. And in the meantime and in between time, I would love for you. They say I'm supposed to be asking y'all to stream, but the owners of Spotify, the owners of Apple, and the owners of Amazon Music on the street, they coming up. And I think it's robbery and a bad deal, so I don't know. Whatever you listen to music on, I pray that my shit comes across you. And then some people of influence in movies and music, because I'm an aspiring writer and director. I can write the screenplay. I can write, direct, and produce your project for you. So I'm going to work for hire in Hollywood actively. And I'm on the grind. In the meantime, y'all, we bounce with it. They love when I smile, so I make it worth their while. I try to be what they need me to be. See? All right, y'all. We gonna go ahead, wind it on down. Thank you for your time. If you said thank you for your service, you're welcome. It's the best job I ever had. And I'm not gonna say look forward to what's to come, because tomorrow is not promised, and today's problems are sufficient thereof. I say I'm praying for the kids that I got. I'm praying for my kids, and I'm praying for their mothers. And I am on my giddy up. I'm outside generating multiple streams of income, thinking about the content that you guys would pay to see. I want to create content that you would willingly want to see, because it's such quality content, transparent, authentic, and everybody that's of a like mind that has it to give. Of course, I would love your love offering, and it is literally what I'm praying for on the way to a $49 million net worth. It's only going to be God by the people. It's going to be the people, the true believers. You will know my people by their fruit. That's from my Heavenly Father. Always praying for Maisha Frazier and our 4 children. Always praying for Keisha Kaz and our future together. And everybody that has come across my music up until this point, 2024 into 2025. I thank you. I love you. Good night.